I'd like to spend a few minutes talking about navigating a map. When you initially start out creating a map, navigation is not really a problem because there's just a few items that you've created on it and you can see them all at once. Though as you continue to evolve the map, it's not unheard of for a map to actually have hundreds of items, and it gets to a point where um, you can't see and understand them all at once, and how you get around in the map becomes quite critical. So here's one that I've been working on for some time called Enabling a Better Tomorrow. And as I've said before, this Systems Wiki is my user ID. EABT is the project name for this. And the map itself is called Enabling a Better Tomorrow. This is the profile page for the map. And if I look at a particular element of the map, I get to see the profile page for that particular element. And here you see a few of the elements of this map and some of their connections. Now you can use the mouse button, the mouse wheel, to scroll in and out in this map. You can also zoom in and zoom out, and this double arrows is a zoom to fit so that it will position the whole map small enough so that you can see it all at once, even though you can't read it usually because there's so much of it there that the text is really small. If you find a particular aspect of this that you want to focus in and look at, if you point near it and double click, it will bring that into focus so that you can look at it. And if you double click someplace in the white space, it will take it back to the way it was. Now that's one place to get a look at something in particular. If you can search the labels. There are more advanced searches that you can create, but at the moment we'll just talk about searching on the labels. So if I call this fix, if I type fix, there are three items that are called fixes that contain fix in the title. If I then click on this one and hit enter, it brings that particular item into view and shows me the profile page for that particular item. This page simply has a little text in it, it's a pointer and a link to some model in another environment. So there's one way or a couple of ways to move around in the environment. The other thing is that if you want to sort of navigate your way through the environment, if I bring this into focus and then I point to this and click and hold it, it eliminates all of the rest of the connections to the map and simply shows me those items that are directly connected to the one that I clicked and held on. Now if I click and hold in the background, it will bring everything back, and doing this again will take me back to this. Though in this mode it allows you to sort of unfold your way through the map, so that if I look at this and I read this, and then I want to look at this, read this, and I'm interested in what's connected to systems thinking. If I hold this, it will then show me the items that are connected to systems thinking. And if I'm over here at this particular element, I look at that and I click and hold this, it will show me the ones that are connected to that. So I can walk through the model based upon what interests me. So I could do this also with, if I said, the one I did before. So fix, and I go to that element, and then click and hold. It will just show me that element and what's connected to it. The additional option is down here. There's an option called focus. So, and it allows me to specify, do I want the things directly connected 2 degrees away or 3 degrees away, or do I want to clear the focus? So this is currently 1 degree away from here. If it was only selected, it would only show me the one item that I had selected. If I selected direct, I get 1. If I select indirect, it shows me those items which are 2 degrees away from the one that I started with, and extended gives me 3 degrees. So, and I can do this in any place in the map. Let me go back and look at everything and go to this particular point, select this, and then go down here and say, show me indirect. So now it's actually only showing me those things which are 2 degrees away from the one that I selected. So I can then wander around, or I can actually focus in on a part of a map and then work on the continued development of that portion of the map without having to be bothered by all of the rest of the map that exists. I mean, you typically only work in one area at a time, adding, extending, developing the relationships of that portion of the map. So you have a number of different ways to navigate around in the map, and hopefully, and I have, to this point, I have found the options extremely robust. It gives me a way to get around in a comfortable manner, regardless of how large the map gets to be. The other thing that I'll offer is that if the map gets to be extremely large and complex, this presentation, which is a very nice looking presentation, you can go to a low resolution mode by pressing the Q key to give you a view of less quality, and it actually manages the map in a better because it's not drawing the curved lines and all of the perspectives associated with the individual components. And you can shift back and forth between those two modes simply by pressing the Q key on the keyboard. So that's how to get around in a map in 7.5 minutes. The best way to become comfortable with it is to wander around in a map and exercise the various options. So we'll see you in the next video.